Are you ready?
So boys, I have you here for a reason, because last Saturday we went to the movie theaters and we saw two movies, Transformers 1 and The Wild Robot. We are here to discuss The Wild Robot.
Guys, peak.
It's very peak.
It's so
literally
good,
it
man.
literally says in the thumbnail that it's peak fiction.
It's not fiction. I was Roz. It happened in real life.
That was you.
Yeah.
I was Roz.
Can I be Bright Bill?
Sure, you can be right, Bill.
Oh yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
you
I
can
should
do things.
I feel like I should mention this, even though it's like an ongoing book series. The movie did come out recently, so massive spoilers. If you still intend on watching if you still intend on watching the film, I'd recommend you just skip this video now and come back once you've seen it.
It's
on digital right now.
You-
personally come to your house.
It's on streaming right now. It released on streaming yesterday as I'm recording this. I don't know what it's on, but you can find it somewhere.
It's on. You can't. It's not streaming like streaming services. You have to like buy it and rent it.
Oh.
But if you're doing that,
Not vlogging.
go to the theater and watch it. Go to the theater and watch it right now.
Yeah, it's best in a movie theater because it's more authentic and you get to have movie theater popcorn and movie theater Mountain Dew that you accidentally pick up too high on the cup and it kind of spills everywhere.
Or not have that happen and drink Dr. Pepper, which is obviously the superior drink.
And they'll open with
I know.
Joker.
Yeah, we went to Transformers 1 and it's played the first few minutes. It was like this like Joker animated film. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes,
And then it started playing the live action footage of Joker and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's actually the opening of Joker too. by the way.
Yeah, I could have guessed. But yeah, no, and then like it paused and then went to black and then it played like the Flagship Cinema's like opening thing where it's like, oh, enjoy our reclining heated seats and free refills. No smoking is allowed. Enjoy the film. Just turn off your fucking phones. And then it played the right movie. But we're not here to talk about Transformers 1, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about The Wild Robot. I think that the movie was beautiful in every sense of the word. It had beautiful animation, storytelling, writing, like characters, it was visually stunning. It was like the plot was also stunning.
It was also very wholesome. Very wholesome.
Yeah, very wholesome story about a robot mother raising like a tiny little deformed, probably autistic bird.
It wasn't deformed. It wasn't.
Well, it
Like,
was
it didn't have any. It was a run. It was like that was it. It wasn't like deformed or anything. It was just the run of the litter.
well,
A run is the form.
I mean, like, I don't really know Goose lore, and and like I don't know how that works. So like I saw that it wasn't it was not like us to the other geese, and I was like, oh, this must be a deformed bird.
No, they said that because he was raised by Raw, so he acted very different than the other geese.
Yeah, he was
Like
like,
he remember when he was like doing the head turn, and then he was like hi. He said hi in a bunch of different languages, and then he was like, I'm like Goose number whatever, but you can call me Right Bill.
yeah, I remember that.
If I saw that shit, I would immediately call Animal.
It's like,
That's the reason
what
they
the
said
fuck?
that that Right Bill wasn't like them, just because of the way he
They
acted.
not like
And also
us.
because he
They
couldn't
not like
swim.
us.
They're not like us.
Okay, we need to shut up.
I really like how they like in a lot of movies they have like the third act breakup where like the two main characters have like a falling out, and in this movie they had that but not really, and it was during the second act, and
Yeah.
Like
it gave more
spoilers,
time for
but,
the characters to like forgive each other.
Yeah. The reason Ross had to raise Bright Bill is because he killed. Because Ross accidentally killed the rest of Bright Bill's family.
He eliminated them.
And
This isn't a fucking family-friendly YouTube Shorts channel. You can say the word kill.
anyway, and the falling out was Bright Bill finding out that she accidentally killed his family, but it got resolved pretty quickly by a character. I forgot the name of him, but he was an old geese telling
Like,
I
was
think
it like the
both
fox
Bright Bill
one?
and
Was it the fox?
no, it's the old goose.
The old goose? Oh yeah, I don't remember.
He told Ross that her killing his family ended up saving Bright Bill's life because the run of the litter never usually makes it.
Damn. Why did you turn your camera on? What are you doing?
And I just liked how that whole thing that whole thing where like they had a falling out, but it was in the middle of the movie instead of at the end or near the end, and it was resolved pretty quickly and in an actually like way that made sense and was reasonable.
Yeah.
And also the falling out was reasonable. I mean, like, bro just found out that the person who raised him killed his family. Like, I'd be pretty upset too.
I mean, if I found out that my mom was actually my adopted mom, that she brutally slaughtered my real family, I would be pretty upset too, I cannot lie.
Well, I'm pretty sure he always knew that Roz wasn't his actual mom, but, like, yeah, otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, it's a goose raised by a fox and a robot. That's obviously not. Like, eventually you're gonna piece two and two together. It's like, I'm adopted. I'm sorry, but I cannot take that seriously with that thing on your fucking camera. Please turn it off.
I really like this montage where Ross and the Falcon, I think it was a Falcon, teach Bright Bill how to fly. I think that was really sweet.
Yeah.
And I really liked when he went off to migration and Ross started running after them until she couldn't no more.
Yeah, because like I genuinely thought it was beautiful how like the robot was able to like gain human emotions, and even after being sent back she could still retain those memories in her heart.
Programming.
Yeah. That's how powerful the bond between a mother and her child can be. And even after she got sent back to where she's supposed to be, she still remembers his child in her heart. I think
she was literally
beautiful.
Powered off, and just the mere presence of Bright Bill turned her back on.
Yeah.
I don't know if people saying they cried at that part. I didn't cry, therefore strong 0. No, I'm joking.
Shut the fuck up.
I almost cried at that
honestly,
part.
I didn't really cry, honestly. Like, I
didn't, but I was pretty close. It was very emotional.
The only movie I can think of that makes me cry every time is Coco. Holy shit.
No movie has made me cry ever.
Coco's gonna change that. Watch it, bro. I've been telling you for months to watch it,
he's
and you
lying,
still haven't.
by the way.
Yeah, didn't you cry during Transformers 1 or not?
No, he didn't. He cried during Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh yeah, that's like the only Guardians of the Galaxy I've seen.
It's so peak.
That's not
You should watch the other ones. The other ones are not as peak, but they're also super peak.
I also cried during everywhere else. That's sad.
Can you please turn off your camera? I can't take this seriously with him as your wallpaper.
Alright, chat, here's the full wallpaper! Yeah!
Please. Okay, thank you.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna...
I think... I was gonna say something,
I liked the villain, but... It was sad that we didn't get to see more of
Yeah, she came
the villain.
really late into the story.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more of her, but she was still good.
I don't know. On one hand, it is kind of weird how they introduced her late into the story, but also like I feel like having her be in the
The-
story more would take away from like everything that would like build
Well,
up
the
to it, like all the
reasoning
character
that she
development.
was introduced so late is because the wild robot actually actually uses material from both the first and second book,
Oh yeah, I don't read the books.
and they couldn't, and they had to like sacrifice like I think they had to sacrifice quite a bit from the second book, and that included the villain being introduced really late and not giving it a lot of like time.
Well, I didn't read the books, and
I haven't either. I'm just remembering what Schaeferless said. Actually, not Schaeferless. It was his editor that said that. But
yeah, no, I think that's just a testament to how well of a movie this is. As someone who has no experience with the books, can like have a complete viewing experience of the film without even knowing that they had to like remove stuff from the source material.
I didn't even know it was a book until like.
I think told me just a little bit before we went into the movie, like while we were in the theater.
it's a book series, not just a book.
Yeah,
There's three.
I know.
books,
You
I
mentioned
think.
the 1 and 2. Wait, does that mean they could hypothetically make a sequel about the third
They're
film?
making a sequel.
Already? It hasn't even been out for a month.
I know, but they've already announced a sequel.
Damn. Can't wait to watch that in like 2027.
I like how you can't tell that they used celebrity actors. Like, there's quite a bit of celebrity actors in this movie, and I genuinely
There
didn't
is?
know that until the credits.
Wait, there is?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
quite a bit.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, I knew he
There's
was the
more than that.
fox. But yeah, that's like the only
There's
one I know.
I forgot the names of them, but there's quite a bit. I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit of celebrity actors in that movie, and I genuinely didn't know until the credits.
Yeah, I think I had to piss during the credits. Yeah, I had to
I
piss
think
really bad.
I think Ross is played by a celebrity actor. I think the villain
Yeah.
is. I think the bear is.
Yeah, the bear's Mark Hamill.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of like big actors,
Yeah, well,
and I think it's just like really good how you couldn't tell.
yeah. I think my favorite scene in the whole film, I think it was towards the middle of the movie. It was when Roz went back down to the shore and she found like another old copy of like her robot species, and it really showed how far Roz has come in terms of character development. Like, she's quite literally like speaking to a past version of herself. It's the character developed Roz speaking to Roz from the beginning of the film. Not literally, of course, but like, you know what I mean. I genuinely, that was like a really good scene because like it really shows how much she's grown.
I really like the Blizzard scene where she went out and saved every animal, even though that they like all hated her for the most part. There was like a few that didn't, but for the most part,
the beaver,
every
like, was it a
I love-
beaver, or was it like a party?
the beaver.
No, not
like
not the.
them.
It was like the mom who had 7 children and had like really morbid jokes.
Yeah, the possum mom did.
Yeah, it was
And
a possum.
I think the beaver did too, because he made the foot for Ross, or was that after the winter scene?
No, it was definitely before.
I think my favorite scene has to be.
Yeah, had to been before because they went to the migration before. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, the beaver liked them, and then the possum did,
like
and then
those,
obviously Think did because he lived with them. But for the most part, every animal just hated Ross for no real reason other
because they
than
were
she was
racist.
different.
My favorite
and-
scene was.
And then Ross saved them all, literally saved all their lives by
Yeah.
putting them in their house.
Bro, I think that my favorite part of the hibernation scene is when like Fink looks at one and he's like, tough luck, this one's dead, and then Ross just looks and is like, that is not funny.
My favorite part of that scene is when she goes out to save the bear. Like, Think is like oh, there's one more, and then like she's like pretty much like almost like dying at that point, but she still goes out to save the bear.
Yeah.
My favorite scene was
You're really quiet, Dunkachino.
yes. But yeah. My favorite scene has to be the migration scene where like Roz runs out. I forgot.
Actually, yeah, I think that's my favorite scene too. The hibernation
I
second.
I
really
still
like that
gotta
scene.
go with. I think I'm not changing my favorite scene. That one was a good scene, but I also really like the training montage.
I also really like the scene where like Rebel's like, "Oh, I love you, Mama," after she's fucking no.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of good moments in that movie. It's
Literally, the entire
The whole
movie is a
movie.
good moment.
The quote unquote worst scene in the movie, in my opinion, was when Ross said, "I am a wild robot," and that's not even bad. That's just like corny.
That
It's the worst
it
offender. That's the
kinda
worst
got me.
offender in this movie. One corny scene.
It kind of got me hyped, but also that's like, it feels like something that Ian Flynn would put in a Sonic game.
Yeah, like that's the worst offender in this entire movie. It isn't a bad scene.
It's not a bad scene. It's just
corny
one corny line.
Like that's it. In the
It gave me
entire
vibes
movie,
that
that's the worst
Fantastic
offender. That's how
Four
good this
scene where it's
movie
like,
is.
Say that again.
Yeah, I swear to God, if the village showed up and Fink was like, "Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we got company," I swear to God, I would have just
Drake ass
walked out of the
scene,
theater. I would have just
That's
walked out
funny,
of
though.
the theater.
I'm so glad that movie.
No, it would have been funny if the bear said that.
Yeah. Actually, no, it would have been funny. You know what would have been funny? If the villain didn't take Roz back up and she was like, "You know what? You're not so bad after all." Wink.
I would have thrown my popcorn at the screen.
You didn't have any
Our
popcorn,
popcorn-
left.
Yeah,
I had
it was-
very little left.
Imagine I had a bag of popcorn.
You would have just grabbed the popcorn out of my hands and just chucked it at the screen like, "You what the fuck?"
Oh no, I did have a drink, so yeah, throw the drink in.
Yeah, but that would also make the floor sticky.
Womp womp. Walk it
Oh,
off.
the animation was really, 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 really pretty.
It was beautiful. The animation was so good. Like,
No
especially
words can describe how pretty it was. No words can describe.
The scene when Bright Bill is like Mama when he's a kid, and then like her body lights up. That was really
yeah,
pretty.
that was beautiful.
And the scene that parallels that when she's offline in the ship and Bright Bill wakes her up. That's also like that a lot.
Yeah. The entire movie, it kinda had the bad guys as style, especially with Fink, but I'm honestly really
I
glad
feel
that
like
they
it's
didn't
more
go
like-
all the way.
I feel like
It's
it's
not
more
all the
like Puss in
way.
Boots than it is.
Yeah.
It's not like all the way, because like if it was as cartoony as like Puss in Boots, well, not as like Bad Guys was, I feel like it wouldn't have been like as I wouldn't be able to have taken it as seriously. But I especially noticed in like the eyes of Fink and Bright Bill, it definitely has that like style.
It reminds me a lot more of Puss in Boots than the Bad Guys, but yeah, it definitely has its own unique style.
Yeah. It also doesn't really do the frame rate drop thing, but I'm actually fine with that.
Well, it didn't, and Puss in Boots only did that during its action scenes, and since there weren't many like big action scenes.
Well, there was
in this
one
film, that
really
makes
big
sense.
action scene at the end, but
Yeah,
even then it didn't have
but that
the frame rate
certain
drops.
action scene didn't really warrant a frame drop like the action scenes in Puss in Boots did. They're like different action scenes.
I
Like,
think it's maybe my favorite DreamWorks.
yeah, this is like my favorite DreamWorks movie, favorite movie of 2024. Hell, possibly my favorite movie of all time.
This is not my
Damn.
favorite movie of 2020.
Honestly, it might be mine too. I'm contemplating it.
I thought your
As much as I love Puss in Boots too.
Damn, DreamWorks is on a massive resurgence, honestly.
We don't talk about Kung Fu Panda 4.
Or Megamind, or Megamind, or Megamind.
I forget.
Or
Shit,
or Teenage Kraken.
I forgot about those. Now I can't say that DreamWorks has the biggest glow up of this
Teenage
century.
Kraken wasn't necessarily bad. It just was like very basic and safe.
It's whatever, but it shouldn't be compared to Megamind 2. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not horrible, but it's very mediocre.
Okay, but the DreamWorks is back because Dogman.
Yeah,
Dogman.
Dogman is so peak. We're gonna see that in theaters when it comes out, and we're also gonna review it.
They won't.
It looks peak in the trailer. I mean, terrible choice for trailer music, but it looks peak in the trailers.
They should have chosen the Kanye version.
Shut up. Alright, Dunkachino. Disconnect.
Yeah.
Hey.
What else about this movie was really good? I mean, everything was really good, but
It's
Yeah,
not
I
a good
liked-
movie of 2024, but it's
This is
I
really
like
specific.
how morbid some of the jokes are.
Yeah, especially with like the possum family.
me and my 7
I
children.
saw-
Oop, now 6.
I saw.
And then when the seventh
reviewing
child
the
was
movie,
like, "I'm okay," she's like, "Ugh."
I was watching a guy review the movie, and he said that the humor wasn't that good. And,
I mean,
it's- Mods kill him.
Mods crush his skull. But anyways, I feel like humor wasn't really the main focus, but they couldn't have like a humorless movie. There are some jokes, like the one I mentioned earlier, where Fink is like, "This one is dead," and Roz is like, "That is not funny." Another part,
yeah, they obviously didn't focus on the humor, but like that guy was like acting like the humor was like shoehorned in. Oh, they have to have the humor. It's like, not really. The humor was well placed and it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Another part, I wouldn't say it's like funny, but it kind of made me giggle, was when Roz was talking to like the other robot on the shore, and she's like, "What is your task that requires assistance?" "I have a kid."
That was funny. That was definitely for comedic timing. I also think when she was lying to the villain, and then like the villain was like, with that tone of voice, it's like
Yeah.
it sounds like she is, and then like cuts to Fink. It's like, "You are lying. I'm so proud of you."
Yeah, because Fink is kind of. I think that's like that was like my one problem at the beginning. Like Fink at the beginning, I wasn't really the biggest fan, but he had a glow up in terms of personality, and so
He was funny. He just wanted to freaking eat Bright Bill. That was funny.
I liked Fink's character arc a lot. Like it was.
well, like
Yeah,
towards
like
the
he
end,
wanted to eat Bright Bill and then learned that to not do that.
he learned not to eat things. Yeah, I feel like that's especially emphasized like during the end, like when they're all in the house, and Fink is the one who gives that speech where it's like, "I get it, we're wild animals, we hide and we hunt and we eat each other, but for this winter she has compiled all of us into this safe place, and we're not gonna repair like this. We're gonna get along. We're gonna have a gay old time, not like that."
My question is, how did they survive?
Yeah, because like that was like 3 months with no food. At least one tiny little bird had to have been eaten.
Like, for the bear, it makes sense because bears eat a lot before they hibernate and then they just sleep. But for most of the other animals, like maybe they didn't show up, but maybe like the deer, since like the deers are out during winter, maybe they went out and got like food and stuff, and maybe they all the carnivores turned vegetarian.
I don't know.
Maybe they ate some fish because no one cares about fish.
Yeah, another thing about the animation is that I really like the tiny little details and everything, especially like Roz at the beginning. She's like a clean like little robot, but at the end she has a wooden leg, grass all over her. It looks so good. Oh my
I
goodness.
love Roz's animation. I love how like they can just do so much with her because she's like a robot and she's like super flexible.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say. Just
Yeah,
really speak. Watch it.
I don't really have any more
Watch it
comments.
now.
Dunkachino, do you have any other things to add?
Like a top 4 this year.
Bro, this is a top 1 this year.
Just top one. No competition, bro.
Top
3 is
1.
2 people.
What's in your top
What's
3?
your top 3?
What
My
could-
top 3. Okay, my first one is Dune Part 2. My second one is Spurios, and my third one's Long Legs.
Okay.
Wait, what was your second
there's
one?
no way Long Legs is better than the Wild Robot.
What's your number 2? I didn't really hear it.
Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga.
Oh, I
That's
haven't.
also
I
not
haven't seen.
better.
I haven't seen any of those 3. So Wild Robot is definitely in my top 1.
I've seen Furiosa, and while that is really good, it's not better than the Wild Robot.
So yeah, do y'all have anything else to say?
Thank you for watching this epic Let's Play video. See you all next time.
This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Nah, bro, it's sponsored by Raycon earbuds. Get it right.
No, it's actually sponsored by Surfshark VPN.
Okay. Anyways, join us next time as we'll probably review Dogman when it comes out. Anyways, before I stop recording, I want to say a few things regarding the future of this channel. I know uploads have been scarce, but we're going back to school. Boo!
We've been back to school for a month.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Anyways, but now I want to get back on the grind, and I now intend to upload a new video every Wednesday. But other than that, expect a video on Mario vs. Luigi Online. I want to play some Minecraft, but I gotta like fix my OBS before it does that, because it doesn't want to record
And
it.
Mario and Luigi Brothership.
I don't have that game. It's not even out.
It's not out yet, but when you have it,
Okay. I don't think any of us... I don't think anyone else has anything else to say, so, say your goodbyes, boys.
Very reaching
see you guys next time.
closer now.
Good night, Vietnam.